Hey you guys, I found a really old video that I did for an old channel that broke down the first sequence of the first Kingdom Hearts game. I really enjoyed putting this video together, so I wanted to revive it and possibly do a breakdown for the beginning of each Kingdom Hearts game. I'm going to be rewording a little of it, but it'll probably sound pretty familiar if you've seen the old video. Anyways, in the beginning, doves fly away to reveal a pedestal. Flying doves actually means that bad things are giving way to good, showing that maybe Sora will be the good that is sweeping away the bad. Also, Sora's name means sky, so it's cool that one of the first things you see in the beginning is doves. The stained glass pedestal that the doves reveal also has some pretty interesting symbolism. The pedestals all have different colors, and they seem to coincide with what happens on them. Colors can have a multitude of different meanings, and I'm just trying to pull some meaning from the colors of the pedestals. I doubt these are the actual meanings behind these pedestals, but the meanings I did find were pretty interesting. The first petal is green, which symbolizes rebirth and growth. This is the very beginning of Sora's awakening as a Keyblade wielder, and also the beginning of his journey. This is also where you choose between the three weapons, which determines the way your stats will grow, and also which abilities you will acquire as you level up. There are these spirals that I never noticed before in the altars holding the three weapons. Spirals are used in many different cultures and religious groups. One meaning is that the spiral represents the journey and the change one goes through. I did not take into account the crown on top, nor the swirls coming off of the spiral. If someone has knowledge of this image, let me know down below. The second pedestal is purple, which denotes suffering or endurance. Now this is the first time Sora is introduced to Heartless. The player will most likely get hurt a little through this battle, but will overcome them. Throughout Sora's journey, he is going to have a lot of fights and will get hurt through them, but Sora will endure. Also, he will lose his friends and suffer being rejected, which he will have to endure and fight through. Darkness takes over the pedestal, which may be showing how Cinderella and her world fell to darkness. The third pedestal is pink, which means hope. Now before I explain this one, let's look back at the other two pedestals. The first pedestal has Snow White on the background. We never go to her world in this game, but in Birth by Sleep, we know that Snow White gets captured. The second pedestal has Cinderella, who has also been captured. On the third pedestal, there are three silhouettes. These could possibly be Jasmine, Alice, and Kairi, though the silhouettes do not really match up. These people have not been captured yet, so there is still hope to save them. There is also hope of stopping the enemy, as there is a new wielder of the Keyblade who has appeared. There is an interesting sentence after the Destiny Island question section. The day you will open the door is both far off and very near. When I went through this game in preparation for Kingdom Hearts 3, I wondered if this was maybe talking about a door connected with the true Kingdom Hearts. I'll save that for a video on its own though. The fourth pedestal is the color red. This can denote the will to survive. On this pedestal, you fight against shadows, but instead of like the time before, you have to take all of them out. This is teaching you that sometimes to save others, you can't run away. You have to stick it out and survive. Again, the pedestal shows another princess that has been captured. Before we get to the last pedestal, let's look at the steps up to it. The stained glass on these steps are a collage of different colors. Also, the final pedestal is yellow, which symbolizes acquired knowledge. These steps up to the final pedestal could mean that we will have to experience many more things before we will understand the Heartless and why the enemy captured the princesses. Moving away from the steps, the final pedestal's color could mean that you will have to use everything you learn in this dream, such as movement and attacking, to overcome the Heartless. The final fight of the tutorial is a fight against your own shadow. Now when you defeat it, you actually get swallowed by the darkness. Now this could foreshadow you becoming a shadow later in the game. But what if this is actually showing what Sora's darkness will grow into? We see in Recoded that Sora's Heartless does in fact grow this large after feeding on the bugs. I think Sora's darkness will be a main point in Kingdom Hearts 3, and this fight symbolizes that. The voice tells Sora that he holds the greatest weapon of all, but Sora has not yet gained the power of the Keyblade yet. Of course, this could be foreshadowing Sora gaining the Keyblade, but what if the connections he makes with other people is the power that is being talked about here? Actually, at the end of the game, the voice clarifies and says that Sora's heart is his mightiest weapon. Also, Sora is again reminded that he'll be the one to open the door to the light. This could be talking about the door at the end of Kingdom Hearts 1, but I think it will be retconned to have some significance in Kingdom Hearts 3. Anyways, that is all I have for you guys today. If you enjoyed, why not subscribe or share this with someone you think will like it. I also do analyses on the forum scene of the Kingdom Hearts 3 trailers, which you can get to by clicking the card on screen. Join my Discord or follow me on Twitter by following the links in the description below. See you in the next video.